The Nuer people are a Nilotic ethnic group primarily inhabiting the Nile Valley. They are concentrated in South Sudan, with some also found in southwestern Ethiopia. They speak the Nuer language, which belongs to the Nilo-Saharan family. History. The nature of relations among the various southern Sudanese tribes were greatly affected in the 19th century by the intrusion of Ottomans, Arabs, and eventually the British. Some ethnic groups made their accommodation with the colonizers and others did not, in effect pitting one southern ethnic group against another in the context of foreign rule. For example, some sections of the Dinka supported colonial oppression which was resisted by the Nuer. The Dinka treated the resisting Nuer as hostile, and hostility developed between the two groups as a result of their differing relationships to the British. In 2006, the Nuer were the tribe that resisted disarmament most strongly. Sudan People's Liberation Army were a group of terrorists of opposite tribes which confiscated and killed Nuer cattle mercilessly, destroying their economy. The Nuer formed the White Army to stop it and was finally put down in mid-2006, though a successor organization self-styling itself as a White Army formed in 2011 to fight the Merle tribe, as well as the Dinka and UNMASS. Nuers have been fighting hard to preserve the lifestyle, economy, culture, religion and history in the way of continuous onslaught by Western-supported and Christian Dinka tribes. Culture. Cattle have historically been of the highest symbolic, religious and economic value among the Nuer. Cattle are particularly important in the role as bride wealth, where they are given by husband's lineage to his wife's lineage. It is this exchange of cattle which ensures that the children will be considered to belong to the husband's lineage and to his line of descent. The classical Nuer institution of ghost marriage, in which a man can father children after his death, is based on this ability of cattle exchanges to define relations of kinship and descent. In the turn, cattle given over to the wife's patrilineage enable the male children of that patrilineage to marry, and thereby ensure the continuity of her patrilineage. A barren woman can even take a wife of her own, whose children then become members of her patrilineage, and she is legally and culturally the father, allowing her to participate in reproduction in a metaphorical sense. E. Evans Pritchard studied the Nuer and made very detailed accounts of his interactions. He also describes Nuer cosmology and religion in his books. Nuer Online indicates that Nuer believes that God is the spirit of the sky, the spirit who is in the sky. Quoth the creator. But Nuers believe in the coming of God through rain, lightning and thunder, and that the rainbow is the necklaces of God. The sun and the moon as well as other material entities are also manifestation, a sign of God, who after all is a spirit. The spirits of the air above are believed to be the most powerful of the lesser spirits, while there are also spirits associated with clan spears, names such as WIW, a spirit of war associated with thunder. Nuers believe that when a man or a woman dies, the flesh, the life and the soul separate. The flesh is committed to the earth, while the breath of life goes back to God. The soul that signifies the human individuality and personality remains alive as a shadow or a reflection, and departs together with the ox sacrificed to the place of the ghosts. In the 1990s, Sharon Hutchinson returned to Newland to update Evans Pritchard's account. She found that the Nuer had placed strict limits on the convertibility of money and cattle in order to preserve the special status of cattle as objects of bride wealth exchange and as mediators to the divine. She also found that as a result of endemic warfare with the Sudanese state, guns had acquired much of the symbolic symbolic and ritual importance previously held by cattle. The people speak the Nuer language, Thornath, which belongs to the Nilo-Saharan language phylum. The Nuer receive facial markings as part of their initiation into adulthood. The pattern of Nuer scarification varies within specific subgroups. The most common initiation pattern among males consists of 6 parallel horizontal lines which are cut across the forehead with a razor, often with a dip in the lines above the nose. Dotted patterns are also common. Typical foods eaten by the Nuer tribe include beef, goat, cow's milk, mangoes, and sorghum in one of 3 forms: kopi, finely ground, handled until bald and boiled; walwal, ground, lightly balled and boiled to a solid porridge; and injera, white it, a large, pancake-like yeast-risen flatbread. Because of the civil wars in southern Sudan over the past 50 years, many Nuer have emigrated to Kenya, Ethiopia, and elsewhere. Approximately 25,000 Nuer were resettled in the United States as refugees since the early 1990s, with many Nuer now residing in Nebraska, Minnesota, Sag Harbor, NY, Iowa, South Dakota, Tennessee, Georgia, and many other states, and some of them living in Canada, mostly in Toronto, Kitchener, Edmonton, and Calgary. There are currently over 20,000 southern Sudanese in Australia. Perhaps a third of these Nuer military and political leaders. Some important Nuer politicians are Bull Nyawan, who fought against the Khartoum government in Benshir. He was killed in 1985 by the current president of Sudan, Commander Ruai and Leah Diaden were responsible for the attack that forced Chevron to suspend activities in the oil field around 1982. Naming conventions. Nya, meaning daughter of, is the standard prefix used for female names. Gat, meaning son of, is a common prefix for male names. Children are commonly given names to mark historical events. Nil means rain, and is a common name for males. Many Nuer have been exposed to missionaries and carry a Christian first name. The second name is a given name and always in Nuer. The father's given name follows the child's given name, which is then followed by the grandfather's name, and so on. Many Nuer can easily recount 10 generations of paternal lineage because they carry those names themselves. When a Nuer comes to the Western world which wants a first and last name, it is the custom to give the name as the first name followed by the father's name as the middle name and the grandfather's name as the last name. Most Nuer people are named after the cattle. The boys usually chose the name of the favorite cattle based on the form and color of the ox. The girls are named after the cows that they milk. Sometimes the cow names are passed down.